When one goes through the ancient texts of India, there are 18 Puranas. Purana means quite old. And Itihasas, this meaning is this happened to us, meaning that it's history. And of course, other local legends and Sthala Puranas, that is temple specific stories. You can't say stories, temple specific information which is spread throughout India definitely gives an impression that the ancient Indians were in the know of highly sophisticated destructive weapons. The astras, as described in these ancient texts, were of calamitous in nature, and the weapons were divided into two classes. One is called astra, and the another is called shastra. Shastra is one which is used in war, and these are some of these are swords, clubs, spears, etc. Bow, and astras are those which have a special characteristics of their own. They are normally launched either through an arrow which is sent from above, or in some cases the staff of a rishi which he holds, or sometimes these weapons are launched by a simple utterance of certain syllables. But the effect they produce are more or less the exact replica of what we have witnessed and recorded in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This was recorded in Eric von Daniken's Chariot of the Gods. Eric von Daniken, as all of you may know, advocates the theory of aliens having invaded the earth or having colonized the earth and populated them in their own image. And he goes on to suggest that they have altered our DNA. And he quotes a lot of instances, references from the existing archaeological find and also from ancient texts. Among them are some of the Indian texts. There he quotes extensively from the descriptions given in Mahabharata about the explosion described after having witnessed a launch of Brahmastra. And now recent researchers have found that a heavy layer of radioactive ash in Rajasthan, it covers 3 square mile area 10 miles west of Jodhpur. Scientists are investigating this site where a housing development was being built. For some time it has been established that there is a very high rate of birth defects and cancer in the area under construction. The levels of radiation that have registered so high, high on the investigators' gauges, that the Indian government has now cordoned off the region. Scientists have unearthed an ancient city where evidence shows an atomic blast dating back to thousands of years, from 8,000 to 12,000 years. And it's believed to have destroyed most of the buildings and probably 500,000 people. One researcher estimates that the nuclear bomb used was about the size of the one dropped on Japan in 1945. The Mahabharata describes the blast as follows. A single projectile charged with all the power in the universe, an incandescent column of smoke and flame as bright as 10,000 suns, rose in all its splendor. It was an unknown weapon, an iron thunderbolt, a gigantic messenger of death which reduced to ashes an entire race. The corpses were so burned as to be unrecognizable. Their hair and nails fell out, pottery broke out without any apparent cause, and the birds turned white. After a few hours, all footsteps were infected. To escape from this fire, the soldiers threw themselves into the river. This doesn't stop here. Archaeologist Francis Taylor says that the etchings in some nearby temples contain the information about this, and he has been able to translate, and which suggests that the people there prayed to be spared from the great light that was coming to lay ruin to the city. It is so mind-boggling to imagine that some civilization had nuclear technology before we did. The radioactive ash adds credibility to the ancient Indian records that describe atomic warfare. Construction has halted while the five-member team conducts the investigation. The foreman of the project is Lee Huntley, who pioneered the investigation after a high level of radiation was discovered. Now, in the earlier podcast, I mentioned about the clash between the Rama Empire and the Atlantean Empire, and how Rama refused to wage a war against Lemurians, but was prepared to wage a war against Atlanteans. So this war took place in Rishi Valley area now in Pakistan. The description given in Mahabharata may possibly refer to the blast occurred in Ramayana, for a simple reason that Valmiki has not described this nuclear blast having taken place near Harappa. Probably the reason for Valmiki for us not being able to understand this is that Valmiki does in his Ramayana does not continue with the story of Rama, the life of Sri Rama after his coronation. With Rama's coronation, Valmiki Ramayana comes to a conclusion. What happened to Sri Rama after that is explained in Uttara Ramayana, and there are various versions. So, but the records from abroad, from Sumerian king list where Rama's name is found, and also even though many people tried to discredit the theory of Atlantis, the evidence suggests that there was a civilization along with Lemuria and Uyghur, and that civilization along with Rama Empire constituted the ancient civilization, and that was Atlantis. And the Atlanteans and Rama Empire clashed.